I hold out my hands to catch the girl and blunt the impact, but in that very instant, Makina momentarily disappears from my field of vision.
Nothing personal, kids.
Yeah, what the...
It's Tuesday.
The day after Monday?
Wake up.
I'm awake!
Yeah, your pants are really dark.
That's cool.
Are those pants that like dye your legs when you first put them on?
No.
Okay, I got some jeans. I don't remember where we got them, but I got jeans and they were like almost black. It was so dark.
Yeah.
And I guess the dye they used was just like there was too much of it. And
Oh.
after I wore them for the first time, my legs were tinted blue.
Oh.
It's like,
no,
these
I just
are
like,
not good.
I just
I'm
like the darker
returning these.
jeans.
I fluctuate. I don't really like the super washed out ones. Sorry, I tapped your leg and I was like, wow, your pants are really dark.
Yeah.
This is fashion tips with Bookend Gaming.
Right.
No, this is Fruit of Grisaia.
It is Fruit of
In front
Grisaia.
of the Subaru.
Right, we are in front of the Subaru. This is the Patreon choice. This is what you
Yeah.
guys chose. Is to come back to this game and do another girl's route.
Guess who it is? You all already know.
Yeah, from the title, probably.
Yeah, it's Makina.
It is Makina.
So we had to we accidentally, well, we didn't save at the choices and we couldn't figure out where the hell it was. So we had to like go back and skip
We had to
through
try to get
stuff.
back.
And we had to like click through things instead of skipping because since we now have the uncensored version,
Right.
cha-ching.
We saw a lot of Amine boobies we didn't get to see before.
We did see a lot of Amine boobies. There's a lot of Amine boobage and just like casual conversation in this game.
There were some Yumiko boobies.
Yeah, we can't just we just missed stuff. This is why we should never play the censored version of anything ever. But so now we're at the right spot. Like we're in the right chapter for it.
Right.
Like we gave our phone number. Yuji gave his phone number to all the girls.
Yeah, this is like literally, it's right after the beach. Like that was the end of the faff. And now
Yeah.
it's the choices.
And like he's been getting like all these random messages.
Yeah, they're all
from all the
messaging him.
girls, and it's like Makina is messaging him like the most random shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what this is going on right here.
Right. So we went back a couple lines before the choice.
Yeah,
Just so we
just so we know a little bit of what's happening. Because it was literally just like white screen, here's the choice.
Yeah, and I don't remember really. Like, all I remember is that we didn't decline taking money from her.
Yeah, it was almost like she wanted
I don't
us to be
really
like,
remember
her
why.
finance, like to take care of her finance. It was like a Fendom situation.
Right, because
Financial
she's rich.
domination. Yeah. Wait, Makina is?
I think so.
I thought the other one was rich.
She's rich too.
Oh, everyone's rich.
Of course.
Everyone's rich and broken and like
I'm pretty
evil
sure.
and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Makina's rich. She's
cannibalistic.
like, here, take all my cash
Okay.
to hang out with me, or some shit.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do the Makina route.
Do the Makina, swing your arms. Who is it from time to time?
What? you wanna start over? Or?
I opened the email folder on my phone with a feeling of mild embarrassment, but the title of the message is an instant letdown. Will you be my papa?
I'll be your Nana.
From the title alone, it's pretty clear spam. I have no idea where they got my email address, since I've never given it out to anyone but my classmates, but this sort of garbage arrives at a pretty decent clip.
This is why you text instead of email, Japan.
I work for a company in the business of information, and we've got a pretty nice database, but sometimes I think a bunch of people trying to sell my phony Viagra just might have me, phony Viagra, not
Yeah, I
mine.
was gonna say you don't own any phony Viagra. You got the real shit.
Just might have the superior intelligence network. While reflecting on the spammer's frightening abilities, I press the delete button. But at that moment, my eyes jump to the number of the sender, and I pause in utter confusion.
It's the call coming from inside the house that I'm not in.
From Irisu Makina. Makina? I canceled the deletion command. I open the bizarrely titled email and quickly look over the contents. Oh. Hello, this is Makina, Oni-chan. I am allergic to capital letters.
I was gonna say my phone doesn't automatically capitalize.
Allowing me to express my sincere congratulations on your continuing good health. In conclusion, this constitutes a formal announcement that you have officially leveled up from Oni-chan to Papa. Do. Thank you very much for my consideration. Yours truly.
Unfortunately, you are out of energy for the day, so you will have to spend $9.99 to keep playing.
It's complete gibberish. The writing is all over the place. There's all sorts of strange typos, and not a single word is capitalized. That means those are the serial killers.
Why? Because they don't capitalize
Because
anything?
you have to make it not capital.
Okay, but that I can live with. It's the people who capitalize every single word.
That's true.
Jaden Smith. It's like, okay, what's happening here?
That's true. Also, I have no idea what any of it's supposed to mean. Level up? Papa? What is this girl talking about? Well, I wasn't expecting any message from her to be particularly well composed, but this is just too incoherent. You know what? I am deleting this.
So we have seen this, but I figure a refresher would be nice.
Judging from this, I think it would take quite some time to unravel the mystery if we communicate through email. I type out a quick reply.
New phone, who dis?
I don't understand. Let's talk face to face. Okay, send.
You type with too many ellipses. What are you, an emo? What is this, MySpace?
Awkwardly tapping out a few short words and some ellipses, I send back my response. Makina's reply arrives in less than a minute. Joel! Why German? I don't know. What's a German with you?
I accidentally set my phone to German. I don't know how to fix it.
Does she want to meet in Valhalla or what? Anyway, I'm obviously funny and you guys don't realize it.
Of course.
It's pretty obvious
My
that
humor's just too smart for you.
finding the girl talking face to face is the only way this will get cleared up. Of course, even then, we're dealing with Makina here. Smooth mutual understanding may be too much to hope for. But at the very least, communication in person has none of the lag time of the text message. And unlike a phone call, you can give the other party a good smack when necessary. I hurry back towards the dormitory in my conference with Makina.
I've made it.
15 minutes later. I pass through the school gate on my way back to the dorm. As I'm cutting through the courtyard, I observe a bizarre object a little ways off. The rounded, soft-looking object in question lies slack on the brick-paved ground. To be more specific, it appears to be the corpse of a little girl.
Again?
Or we were trying to get away from those kind of games for now. Or if you'd prefer a more idyllic phrasing, a young woman seems to have fainted. This can't be happening. Not again. I let the plastic bag fall from my hand on the spot and rush to the girl's side. With every stride, her outline grows clearer until at last the figure of the collapsed individual comes into sharp definition. Unruly curly hair that sticks out in every direction, a face as round as a dumpling, and the trademark touch of stupidity, knee-high socks of two different colors, in every particular. It's Irisu Makina. Makina, what's wrong? I need a tailor.
Because I ripped my pants.
Because I ripped my pants. You're not wearing pants.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, we can skip this. She's choking on the popsicle. This is a long
Is
thing.
that what it is?
Yeah. She's choking on a lollipop.
Oh, well, this is why she asks you, though. Like, you save her.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a gunner for sure. Okay. Oh, okay, how the hell did this happen? Well, there I was, just slurping away.
Slurping on my gherkin.
I thought I'd kill some time by licking a lollipop until you showed up, Oni-chan. But then I got all sleepy all of a sudden, you know? You don't fall asleep with a stick hanging out of your mouth. It's obviously dangerous. I mean, how old are you again? For clarification?
Please?
I'm truly ashamed. I'm the same age as Sachi.
I swear.
I mean, if I hadn't happened to pass by here, might she have ended up suffocating to death? You want it? As if deliberately demonstrating her complete indifference to my concerns, Makina casually offers me the same lollipop that I pulled out of her throat mere moments ago. No.
Ew, germs.
No.
Cooties.
You sure? Okay, I'll eat it.
She shoves it straight back down her throat.
Cut it out. You do realize you almost suffocated on that lump of sugar just now, right? Don't eat lollipops when you're moving around. They can kill you if you fall.
The hell else am I supposed to skip around and look all cute and innocent and smug?
No. You don't just sit on the ground. Eat the damn thing later. But I want a lollipop. Jeez, what's with all the nagging? You're acting like Amani. Don't put half-eaten candy in your damn skirt pocket. You're going to turn it into a sticky mess. You're super mad. Hilarious. Yeah. What's so funny, punk? I might be noticing this a little late in the game, but is this girl mocking me? Calm yourself, Yuji. This is the way she is, right? Don't let her get to you.
Yeah, just fucking hit her.
I press a hand to my forehead, heave a long, heavy sigh, and firmly rub my temples. Are you gonna explain what that email was about? Oh, email? Don't play dumb. I'm talking about this. Take my cell phone from my pocket, slide up on the screen, holding out so Makina can see.
Hot needs in your area. Oh, no, not that one.
It's displaying the incoherent message she sent me just a few minutes ago. No! Well, you see, I was skipping along with my lollipop and texting my best friend Yuji when I fell down.
She explains the entirety of what just happened, gets to this point, and starts over again.
It means exactly what it says, literally. And I'm telling you I don't understand what it means. That's why I'm talking to you about it. Oh, you got reading comprehension problems, Oni-chan? Japanese too tricky for you? You really shouldn't talk.
Ever.
Anyway, just tell me what you're trying to say here as thoroughly, concisely, and bluntly as possible. Okay, please be my papa. Papa? Yeah, that was definitely the title of the email as well, but oh, wait. What does she even mean by that?
You'll love it when I call you Big Papa.
I think that's what the name of the episode was back then.
Was it?
Yeah.
I probably made the same exact joke.
Tell me something, Makina. When you say Papa, do you mean a Papa or...
Like a Papa John?
Like a Papa John? Papa Murphy, perhaps?
A Papa Smurf?
Can I lick your... No. I already read that. Yeah, that's right. I want you to be my Papa. What the hey? Are you seriously asking me to become your father? No. You're my Papa. Are you talking of more a sugar daddy type deal? Are you looking for money to play around with? And you think I'm going to give it to you? No, that's not it. I don't want money, You got it all backwards. Actually, if you'll be my Papa, I'll give you money. What the hell? I'll give you money, so please be my Papa. What the hell is that? Every step I take in this bizarre conversation seems to be taking me farther and farther away from understanding the situation. Yeah, see, I'm glad we did go back and do this.
Yeah, it just helps to have that context.
Because it's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we were like, we're not taking her money. That's...
Right, yeah, we didn't want to be like weirdly creepy or...
Yeah, but now we do.
Hell yeah, this whole fucking route's going to be weirdly creepy. How old are you again?
Hold on. Think this over calmly, Yuji. There's still a possibility I'm making some ridiculous mistake here. Before blaming others, carefully consider the possibility that you're the one who screwed up. I hate that one. I had that one beaten into me enough, right? Can't go forgetting it now. Okay, Makina, let's calm down and talk this over, alright? Why do you want a papa, exactly? Yeah, well, thing is, I don't have a papa right now, Why not? Killed him, because we all live here. Because my old one died.
Why did you sing that? I don't know.
That's how I play off my
Yeah.
my trauma. I trauma
how
sing.
I start crying is always in song. It's very musical.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. So anyway, I've actually been planning this for a while, I always kind of wanted to find someone to replace my dead papa.
Well, this is going to make things even weirder.
But the thing is, no one really clicked or whatever. Everyone seemed a little bit weird for the job. So yeah, I looked around a whole lot, and I couldn't really find anyone who could be my papa. I asked Domine for a while.
But she kept just walking around with no shirt on. It was like, this, I can't even pretend.
But then you know what? Conveniently enough, the right man comes to me. Are you talking about me? No. Charles.
The cat.
The trash can robot. Quick on the uptake, aren't you? A gold star for you.
Yes.
For the record, I'm mildly pissed off right now. But whatever, go on, I may accept this.
You are just like my papa.
Well, I found my man, but if I just said, please be my papa, all of a sudden, you just think I was a weirdo, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump in too early and find out later I screwed up. Not that shallow a woman, Okay, I think you meant shallow there. Good, because I wasn't sure. Alamanocaris! It's Anomalocaris?
I don't know what that means either.
No, never mind. Let's leave your pronunciation issues aside for the moment and keep going. So anyway, I decided to set you as my big brother for the time being to see how you handled that. And once I knew for sure you were the right choice, I'd make you my papa. That's a level up. Indeed it is.
Yeah, we're playing Alabama.
Ah, a long heavy sigh spills from my mouth. She's trying to buy herself a father. I absentmindedly massage the area between my eyebrows. I've developed a headache all of a sudden. Family isn't something you can buy with money. Doesn't everyone understand that? Then again, there are people out there who think they can erase their families with money, so I guess it's not surprising the opposite delusion exists as well. But more importantly, what in the world am I going to do about this one? Look, Makina, you seem to be working off a mistaken premise here. Let me clear it up for you, okay? A father isn't something you can replace with money. Ooh? Spare me the ooh. Hasn't anyone ever told you something like this before?
Don't you ooh me, young lady.
Well, you see, my dad died when I was still young, and the conversation of buying new fathers doesn't come up very often in...
I never had a dad to tell me that I didn't need to buy a dad.
Fair point. As a result, I'm afraid my grasp on the subtleties of the matter may be, in fact, slightly shaky.
I'm going to start a t-shirt, a screen printing business called Subtleties.
I love it. What about your mother? She didn't explain any of this to you? Nope. Mom hates me and all.
Speaking of which, I might need a mom too.
I see. I guess that makes sense then.
Where's the R?
Yeah, what do you think? Will you be my papa? Your papa, though. Hold on. Let me white out before I think about this.
Right.
When you say papa, what exactly are you expecting me to do?
I make all my important decisions by staring at the sun.
You don't have to do anything other than spank me when I'm bad.
Okay, well, already this is a red flag.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Protect me from harm and take good care of me and love me. That's all I want. Did I ever protect you from harm or take good care of you for that matter? And apparently I loved you on top of it all. News to me. You just saved me from choking.
From a lollipop, yeah.
And when she fell in the lake. And
I don't remember that.
if anything, I feel like I've treated her pretty roughly at times. Familial love is the strongest love of all, right?
I think they said that on Game of Thrones.
Hard for me to say. I don't have a family, so I can't really comment. In that case, the both of us can figure out this family thing together. And I'll be your daughter, okay? Figure it out, eh? They do say life is one long learning process, but in the first place, am I okay? Can we, like, we can kind of...
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we get it now. Easy.
Do I have the strength to do this?
Yeah, I got money. She got $10,000.
Yeah. Then
86,000.
86,000 yen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money for a kid. She's also got a card. A gold card.
Mm-hmm. Golden plastic card. Here. Okay. What if he says no? I think I understand now why she's trying to buy my affection. She simply doesn't know any other way to get what she wants. This is probably how she was raised. Like, when she was, yeah.
Yeah. She was just given money anytime she had an issue.
What can I do for a girl like this? What can the likes of me possibly do for the Makina? Okay.
And we reject it.
Yeah, of course, because this is
This
really
is not
weird.
A good way to teach her things. We're gonna accept it this time.
Yeah, now we're gonna be degenerates.
Hell yeah, we always have been.
All right.
Astronaut gun to head.
If you want to obtain something, be prepared to lose something in exchange. That's the way the world works. Now we can start counting the herms.
Yeah.
There weren't any, though.
No, we had 0 herms.
Makina wants to use her money to buy me. Might as well let her. It's not like my life has that much value to me in the first place. He just really gave up on life really quickly.
Christ.
I glance at the crumpled bills clutched in Makina's hand.
Wait a second, this is Monopoly money.
86,000 Monopoly yens. Seems like a bit much of a bargain. Too much of a bargain, any way you slice it. Humph. Sorry, Makina, but I'm pretty damn expensive. This isn't even close to enough. Give it up. No, not enough. Like I said, I've got more money. I offered you the lollipop. Makina reaches back into her pocket and takes out a lumpy, hairy purse, roughly
Okay.
resembling a mutant frog.
A teenage mutant ninja frog.
Yeah. Hold on a sec, okay? Makina's purse is packed full of tinfoil from sticks of gum and half-eaten bits of chocolate. Among the crumpled bills and dirty loose change, there's also a single credit card she carelessly tossed us inside. How many cards do you have?
This one's from David Buster's.
Just the bare minimum. Hold this for a sec, okay? Hey, hold on. This thing is... The credit card Makina casually hands me is jet black.
Oh, it's premium.
It's not made of plastic either. Seems to be some sort of lightweight metal. Maybe titanium alloy? The name of a huge overseas credit company is etched deeply into the surface of the card, probably by laser. Is this one of those executive black cards I've heard about? If I remember correctly, this isn't something just any rich person can get their hands on. It's proof you have a major account in an institution registered with the Swiss Bankers Association, or something comparable. Hold on, Makina, why do you have this card? Stole it from my dad!
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been. There it is. Knew it. I knew this sucker was in here somewhere. Makina shouts wildly in triumph. She's got something like a checkbook grasped firmly in her hands. On closer inspection, I spot the name of a foreign bank on the cover. Well, like I said, I don't really have the cash on me right now. Is a check okay?
Yeah, make it out to Papa.
Yay! Listen, slow down for a second. Yeah, that said, I ain't got that much money I can spend freely. 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. Counting off zeros in an off-pitch, sing-songy rhythm, Makina scratches down a number onto a check. This is probably the absolute best I can do. Is it enough?
Great googly moogly, that's a lot of zeros.
With a carefree smile, Makina thrusts out the slip of paper toward me. For a moment, I'm completely stunned. It's a check for 70 million yen.
That's like $60. I don't know. It's a lot.
Are you serious? It's basically...
That's like 7 million.
What did they say? 70 so
million.
$700,000.
Oh, still, yeah.
You just move the decimal by 2, roughly. I mean,
it's not exact.
As I run my hands over the check again and again, I feel a sticky, unpleasant sweat begin to seep out of the back of my head. This is absurd. You could build a hell of a nice house for yourself with this kid's pocket money.
This is just like my favorite 90s movie, Blank Check, where he gets a blank check,
Yeah.
and then there's also an adult that's like weirdly, overly sexual with him, and he's a child.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There's like the love interest in that is like an adult woman. And
Okay.
like at the end she like kisses his cheek or something, but it's like she's like, yeah, I'm gonna date him when he's older. It's like, this is not okay.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah. But it's okay, I guess, because it's the 90s and it's an older woman and not an older man.
Yeah. You can buy a house.
Sorry.
Even if I exercise my option and keep working my current job right until the retirement age, I don't know if I'll ever save up this much. So, do we have us a deal? Hold on, the banker's calling me. What are you doing? Deal or no deal? Wait, what? Wait. I mean, this is way too much money. I mean, is this thing even real? I don't remember even taking the check from Makina, but it's in my hand. I've already spent it. I've already mobile deposited it. I hold it up to the light of the sun and peer through it.
It's reminding me of Futurama when Fry like goes back to his checking account or his savings account,
Yeah.
and like they tell him he starts foaming at the mouth and then falls over.
Yeah, accrued interest for 1,000 years or
Yeah.
whatever. There's a typical watermark inside the paper. The check itself looks like it was issued by a genuine financial institution. Yeah, it's a lot of money at once, so I think they'll probably hit you pretty hard on the handling fees if you cash it on the spot. Might be better to just make an account at the bank for it. But these days, there's also some companies who don't charge too much for that sort of thing. So you might want to look around a bit before you make up your mind.
Could I take it to like the customer service area of Walmart? Think they'd cash it for me?
Yeah, they just charge you a couple bucks. Why do you have this sort of money? Well, my mom gave it to me. It's my allowance for life, you see.
No one will have that much money for their life.
Look, you can't just give that to me. Why not? You're my papa as of today, right? Just give me an allowance for what I need.
I told you, Fendom.
I see. Hold on a second here. Why am I starting to go along with this? This is messed up, but I kind of like it. Well, I mean, I do get the feeling that leaving Makina to manage this money herself won't necessarily end well.
And I thought this erection was just from the money.
What exactly do I have to take care of? Exactly do I have to take care of her finances? All right, I guess this is the natural thing for a father to do. Wait, no, hold on. I didn't agree to any of this yet, did I? Did I? If that's still not enough, I don't know what else to do. Guess I'll have to pay with my body.
Now we've figured it out.
As she speaks, Makina clasps her hands behind her back and begins to squirm around shyly. I follow her gaze toward a secluded thicket, ideal for outdoor sex.
There's just a sign next to it. Outdoor sex thicket.
Sex thicket, yeah. What the hell? She's seriously proposing a quick screw in the bushes? Does she honestly think that scrawny little body of hers is going to influence my decision?
That scrawny, tight...
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, what? How did she get this idea into her head? Amine. Probably Amine. I think I need to have a talk with that woman.
You might need to stop walking around topless around here. As much as I hate to say it.
Ha! How many sighs would this be today? I've lost count.
We're not counting size.
No, we're counting herms. Do the herms. She's not going to make us herm at all.
Oh my god.
Well, whatever. Fine. I'll allow you to buy me.
What's the point of even playing this if there's no herms?
What? Weema yourself. As of today, I am your father, and I'll hold on to this money.
That's impossible.
I'm going to need a DNA test. What?
That'll cost 700,000 yen.
So the rest will be covered by screwing in the bushes. That won't be necessary. Damn it! Give me that check back. I thought this would work. Amine said this would work.
So prediction. Are they going to have sex in the bushes at some point during this route?
Probably.
You think so? Then we'll probably be an outdoor sex situation.
Rest assured, it's just you. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, Makina. I drop my hands onto Makina's thin, fragile, shoulders and stare her square in the face. Sorry. I accepted this job, so I'm going to carry it out, but I'm going to do it my way.
With kisses.
I did it my way. Behind the bush. And my approach might not always correspond exactly with the ideal father you've been imagining.
I just picture it like zooms out from the thicket and it's kissing bush right next to it. Make sure you don't go to the wrong one.
As your father, there's only one thing I can promise you. Even if everyone else in the world becomes your enemy, I'll always protect you. Then, Oni-chan, you're my papa from now on. That's what we've been doing.
That's what I said, bunny bread.
That's what I'm saying. To you.
Oh my god.
What? Makina falls forward into my arms, the tension draining from her body like a taut string that's finally snapped. I see all along this girl wanted a guardian more than anything else in the world. Of course she had Amine and none of her classmates would ever hurt her, but even so...
You never know when a rogue lollipop's gonna appear.
Even so, something was missing. Something like family, a person who would love her unconditionally, a person who would keep her safe no matter what, a father. She was searching for a long time, but when she finally found a suitable candidate, she didn't know what to do next. In the end...
Hey!
She clumsily threw everything she had in the world at my feet. Makina's lifetime allowance, 70 million yen. Certainly not a small chunk of change, but the amount isn't relevant in this case. She offered me everything, absolutely everything, and fortunately, I don't have to think too hard about how to answer that desperate gesture. I'll just do anything and everything I can for her. If that's enough for Makina, there's no reason to second-guess myself. I don't have to rack my brains about this job. It's nice that way. Simple, easy to understand, well-suited to an idiot like me. And so, as of today, I have become Makina's father.
Oh, God! I could feel the New Balance shoes forming around my feet!
Khakis!
Oh, God! A golf polo is being tucked into my belt as we...
Old Dabbit. Habits die hard, Dabbits. When entering a building, I count the number of exits. When walking through town, every once in a while I stop abruptly and look behind me. Running every morning is practically a reflex by now, as is rigging my door before I leave. You just walk me into your room and Makina's like stuck up in a trap.
It would be Amine.
Yeah.
Amine was the one who was constantly breaking into your room.
Mm-hmm. Spend much time in a job like mine and you'll naturally acquire many small habits like these. Pointless as they might seem, every once in a while they'll save your life. This morning, as usual, I stuck a bit of tape in an inconspicuous spot under the door on my way out. It's a simple precaution against the arrival of intruders in my absence. But in this particular case, the intruders left behind such brazen signs of their entry as to render my little trick completely absurd. Not the most pleasant way to start the day. I stole your beans! Welcome back, Papa! I got breakfast ready.
I also got your present of tape.
I live here
It's my
now.
favorite.
Yeah, you ran out of tape. Makina? So this was your work after all? Yeah, what kind of yogurt do you want? Aloe, a blueberry, or apple?
Aloe does not sound good.
I'll take the blueberry. Okay then. I'll get that for you on the double. Just sit yourself down and wait, okay?
It's like 3 yogurts, and there's the third one is just like your bottle of Jergens that you use to masturbate.
Yeah.
Aloe yogurt?
I'll take blueberry, please.
Yeah, you could have the aloe.
My low coffee table is particularly occupied by a plate of formidable sandwiches. Ham, cheese, and lettuce stuffed between dark, tough-looking hunks of rye bread.
Oh, look at those dark, tough-looking hunks.
There's also a carton of milk and a plastic bottle of iced coffee. Surprisingly decent spread, considering Makina's the one who prepared it. I pour a glass of milk and gulp it down.
I would have assumed she got Amine to do it.
That's what, yeah. Amine pops out of the room. We just both live here now. This is Mama. So, tell me, Makina. Was it you who blasted through my door? What? The lock of my door's been destroyed. I'm asking if you're responsible. Oh, right. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? It was locked. Amine has a spare key, doesn't she? Shit. I did not think this through. Amine was still sleeping. I would have felt bad about waking her. I'm not the one who broke it, you know. Sachi that done the deed. I see, Sachi.
Am I going to voice someone?
I did vaguely suspect her involvement from that ends justify the means approach to breaking and entering. Broken doesn't really describe the current state of my door, actually. Melted might be a better word.
I should have known it was Sachi with her fucking fire breath.
Yeah. Specifically, brute force application of extreme heat has left a gaping hole where my lock used to be. At first, I thought they'd busted out an acetylene torch or something. But then I noticed the discarded coffee can lying on the ground nearby. It's payload, pulverized iron oxide and aluminum powder, with a strip of magnesium as a makeshift fuse. Probably got the iron by cutting open disposable hand warmer packets. Maybe broke down a sheet of aluminum foil in a mixer. Then fixed the can to the door using wire and tape before setting off a nice pyrotechnic thermite reaction. It's the sort of trick you'd expect from a savvy terrorist.
You can also get some of those supplies out of Etch-a-Sketches.
Give that woman 2 years of training and she'd fit right in with the IRA. Imagining Sachi kneeling beside the door in full maid uniform, as I often do at night,
Right?
silently setting up her homemade explosives, the joke doesn't seem particularly funny.
Haha, homemade explosives.
Not to worry, Sachi's gonna go to the hardware store after school and buy a new lock.
It makes 7 keys.
If you're gonna repair it, then how about not breaking it in the first place? But then I wouldn't be inside your room.
Oh my god, we get a germ
Makina.
before a herm? Worst route ever.
Grrr.
Get out.
It's your fault for not giving me a key. Ha. Look at you playing clingy girlfriend, cheeky brat.
Don't be the first one to say it. You're supposed to be the dad.
Right? Yeah, what the heck? Look here, bub. You're adorable little Daughter is waiting for you with breakfast, you know. Aren't you happy? Well, I suppose. That's some sexy looking bread. I see how it is. You like the big titties after all.
I mean, not specifically.
You want some shameless hussy wearing nothing but an apron. Prancing around first thing in the morning with one fat udder sagging out the side?
I mean, do you?
Maybe.
I don't think I have an apron.
Hey now, Amane would kick your ass if she heard that. In the first place, you're not living up to your role as a father here. When your daughter's waiting to welcome you back, ain't you at least supposed to say, I'm home? Maybe give her a little kiss. Is that how it works? Sorry, I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to this particular role.
I just noticed how long my eyebrows are.
I gave you $700,000. Step it up. Grrr.
God.
All right. In that case, I guess I'll have to teach you. Okay, we're going to redo this part from where you came home. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Quit your bitching, I gave you $700,000. Let's open that door and say, I'm back, Makina. Daddy's home. And then the audience will clap.
I was going to say that. Woo!
Fine, fine. Stop screaming, will you?
You're going to slide in and, hey, Jerry.
Why do I have to participate in some surreal skit first thing in the damn morning? Might I, by some chance, have adopted something of a problem child? Instant regret. Irrepressible unease sends thick drops of sweat trickling down my forehead, very different from the pleasant perspiration I worked up while running. My chilled blood sinks heavily into the bottom of my feet like a lump of lead. But since I accepted this responsibility, I can't do a half-assed job of it. If Makina wants me to play this character for her, I suppose duty demands that I do so. Plus, that check still has 7 days left to clear, so...
I was going to say, like, anytime you start grumbling, just think of 70 million yen.
Yeah. After pausing briefly to exhale, I reach out and grab the half-melted doorknob. I'm back, Makina. Daddy's home. Yay! Hold on, I didn't have my cassette player ready. Welcome home, Papa.
She like clicks the giant button and it's just, oh, dang it, that's for later.
A huge smile stretched across her face. Makina spreads her arms wide and takes a step towards me. Probably scheming to throw herself full force into my chest. I hold out my hands to catch the girl and blunt the impact, but... in that very instant, Makina momentarily disappears from my field of vision.
Nothing personal, kids.
Yeah, what the...
you let your guard down.
Gulb! Oh, gulb. Before I have time to react, I suffer a powerful blow to my lower abdomen, right around my solar plexus.
Oh, my solar plexus.
Impossible. How did she? The breath's been knocked out of my lungs, and my eyeballs are wobbling in their sockets like drunken Marines in an earthquake. You know. But somehow I managed to turn my gaze down. Makina's fuzzy little head is firmly lodged in my gut.
What'd you do with a drunken Marine early in an earthquake?
A slide dash. As I crumble to my knees, Makina scampers nimbly up to my body, wraps her arms around the back of my head like a Mai Tai boxer preparing to deliver a knee kick, and then...
she delivers a knee kick.
Yeah. Mwah! Smashes her lips against mine with the force and speed of a spear thrust. Blah! 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 Our teeth knock against each other with an audible thunk.
Ouch.
I reflexively try to pull myself away, but Makina isn't about to allow that, swiftly coiling her ankles around the back of my knees. She leans all of her body weight forward in an effort to push me down.
Oh my god. Is this how your dad died?
Struggling to resist Makina's stubborn hold, I brace my abdominal muscles and try to keep myself still. But with my lower body completely disabled, the girl's 40-kilo mass is too much to support. She quickly pins me to the ground. Papa, open your mouth for me, okay? But, what?
I'm already creeped out.
Makina, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, what do you mean? It's just your welcome home kiss. As my mouth falls open involuntarily, I promise, officer. Makina shoves her tongue inside with all of the eagerness of a hyena snapping at its prey.
Amane just like walks into the door. Hey, look where my hands are. Look where my hands are. They're in the air.
Wait, hold on. Isn't this a little wrong? I mean, this isn't quite what I would imagine when you say welcome home kiss. I was thinking more, I don't know, smack on the cheek or something, right? In any case, I've got to peel this girl off me. I reach up blindly.
I was going to say, you can clap my cheeks. It's fine.
My hand ends up touching Makina's chest. Ah, how anime.
What a crazy random happenstance.
No, Papa, you perv. Oh, this girl never wears any damn underwear, does she? Not that the thought really does much for me. Still, it's not so bad, having this ridiculously warm little body on top of mine. A little sweaty. Kind of pleasant in a way. Sometimes irritating.
Starburst.
I was going to say, it smells like candy. Sometimes soothing. Might this be what familial love is?
No!
As Makina maintains her noisy assault on my tonsils, I softly slip an arm around her back. The girl's so slender, it feels like she might snap if I embrace her too forcefully, holding her tight little body.
That's
Sorry,
light.
In
Calm
my
down
own
over there, babe.
stirs up powerful protective feelings. Must protect. Makina.
Must protect as she attack.
I can't do much, but if nothing else, surely I can manage to keep an idiotic grin on the face of one irritating, sweet little girl. This is what I need to protect. I feel like I'm starting to understand not just the meaning of those words, but also the raw emotions they signify. Covered in her spit, warm affectionate feelings for the bizarre beast, Kazumi Yuji.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
Well, it felt like a haiku was warranted, but I didn't manage to work my seasonal words in there. Not my finest effort, but just as I'm smiling at the thought, events take an unanticipated turn. Specifically, a sharp knocking at the door.
I'm just gonna walk in because the door is melted.
Yeah, followed immediately by...
Am I interrupting something?
Yes, please.
I said things!
A question delivered in a fairly harsh tone of voice. Amane. Get out of here, bitch.
Here I was, wondering where Makina had gone to with all the food I made. So this is what you were up to, huh? Very interesting. Big sis didn't see this one coming. No, sir.
Hey, hold on a sec. It's not like there was any funny business going on, you know. It was just a little, whatchamacallit, family bonding. We weren't doing anything naughty.
Easier to believe if you weren't saying this through biting his lip.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What's wrong, Makina? I'm not mad or anything.
Oh, really?
Yep, not mad. At you. More importantly, why don't you take a look at the clock?
Tuna fish man time. It's dead kissing o'clock. It's late already. I gotta change in my uniform and get ready for school.
Yep, guess so. Why don't you head back to your room and get changed then? I've got a little something to discuss with your big brother here.
Amane flutters her hands in the air in the classic shoo-shoo gesture. Makina bites her lower lip instead of mine, and then peers up at Amane's face with upturned eyes. Yeah, you promise not to scold him too much?
Who, me? Scold Yuji? Perish the thought. Just want to ask him a few questions, that's all. Come on, run along. You need to get dressed, okay?
Okay. Cowering like a kitten under the glare of a German shepherd, Makina inches backward. One step and then two, and the instant she's clear of Amane's potential attack range, the girl turns on her heel and bursts into an all-out retreat. As she watches her young friend scamper off into the safety, Amane loads a couple bullets into her revolver.
That was her neck snapping. I thought maybe it was her knuckles.
Yeah, Amane folds her arms under her breasts and slowly swings her head from side to side, producing sharp little cracking sounds. When she finally speaks, her tone is somewhat exasperated.
It always is. It's hard to do. All right, then. Mind explaining what that was all about, Oni-chan?
Nothing to explain. It's just like you saw. Also, it's not Oni-chan anymore. I was promoted to Papa as of yesterday.
So, recognize. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
Hey! Yeah, whoo! Alright, we're still out hermed 2-1.
Yeah.
But we'll make it, I swear. Herm! Then I'll explain. Take a seat. For some reason, I just pictured him like starting to dance and going into like a Schoolhouse Rock type,
Like doing the weird like bounces.
Yeah, let me explain.
Well, here's how it is between daddies and daughters. No, it's not.
First you're an Oni-chan and then you're a father.
Nailed it.
After settling across the table from Amane, I explained the lay of the land in between bites of sandwich. Oh God, it's so good.
It's a little soggy because it's been sitting there a while.
First of all, the events surrounding Makina's mysterious message yesterday afternoon. Secondly, the way I felt after learning of the girl's desperate desire for a father. And finally, how I'm planning to interact with Makina from now on.
Also, I mentioned that weird sign next to that thicket.
You didn't touch the thicket, did you?
Yeah, I put that sign up. Well, I more or less understand what you're saying here. But what does any of this have to do with you kissing Makina again?
Herm?
We're on a roll now.
We're father and daughter now. Surely a kiss isn't anything out of the ordinary.
No. Well, a kiss on the cheek, maybe? Rolling around on the ground and passionately tongue wrestling? Normally not so much, right?
Normally. So that's so. Unfortunately, I don't have too firm a grasp on the appropriate standard of normality here. Well, you should probably get some.
Right. I guess, normal might be a little tricky in your case.
Anyway, what I regard as normal doesn't seem to coincide with what Makina wants from me. To be honest with you, I don't really understand what it means to be a father. I'm basically playing it by ear for now. That said, I made Makina a promise, so I intend to do everything I possibly can. I may not have any decent examples to work off, but I do remember the perfect dad I imagined as a child. I'll try to become a father like that.
Sorry, I'm adjusting. You can't have Walker Texas Ranger as your father. Why not? What sort of father would that be?
Well, let's see. Kind, but strict. Has the answer to any question. Teaches his child everything they need to know. Reliable, steady presence.
A firm, steady kisser.
I'll never betray her, and she comes before everything else. She can sleep on my lap without a care in the world. That's the sort of father I want to be.
I see.
Will you be my father now?
If you're taking it that seriously, I guess I'll keep my big nose out of this.
That's pretty small.
I'll keep my giant tits out of this.
Well, there you go. Oh, that was a lot easier than I expected.
Well, I mean, I knew that girl needed a father figure in her life, and I guess I sort of had a feeling it might turn out like this eventually. You know how Makina's always wearing that one pair of boots? The brown core Red Wing PT91s with the knife pocket?
Uh-huh.
Oh, of course. Those things are pretty beat up by now, but they were a favorite of mine. Liked them so much I replaced the soles so I could keep wearing them, and the heels twice. But when Makina said she had to have them, I just handed them over. When that girl asks for something, I just can't manage to turn her down.
What are you trying to say?
I also kissed her. I guess I've recognized that Makina needs you. Is that girl ever going to stop snatching things away from me?
Amane scratches loudly at her head in a vaguely rueful gesture.
You had me already.
Yeah. Plus, she's going to ask you to be mama, so...
Right. Maybe.
Probably
But
no.
just because you're her dad now doesn't mean you're a couple, does it?
I would hope not. But that's where it's going to go.
Yeah, of course.
Throw an R in there, Eugene.
Are we getting a threesome in this route?
Right. It's not exactly what being a father involves.
So I still have a chance, right?
Like I said, I'm putting Makina first from now on.
That's okay, I can come second.
You're only going to make yourself miserable if you don't accept that.
So what? If someone becomes happy, someone else has to end up sad? Why not spread the happiness around instead? Makina and I can just share you.
Share me? How would that work exactly?
Well, I mean, we're on either side, and we just kind of look up, and never mind.
I'm not a planarian. Cutting me in half won't accomplish much.
Easy enough. Since you're becoming Makina's dad, I can just be her mom.
Whoa! I did not see this coming.
Speed racer effects.
The sandwich I had carried halfway to my mouth nearly drops out of my hand.
Oh, my spaghetti's spilling everywhere.
What the? Hold on. Where did I get spaghetti?
Sorry for the squeak.
Are you a genius?
Huh? I don't think I said anything that impressive.
I had been prepared to sacrifice everything else for Makina's sake, but I see. To be certain, your daughter and your wife are two entirely different matters. Yes, this wasn't evident to you before now.
I guess not. He's just that unbeknownst to family life, even though he did have an older sister and a family for at least a little while.
A shameful oversight on my part.
So, okay, never mind.
Amine's right. A parent exists in the context of a partnership. Surely a real family isn't such a fragmentary thing. Everyone has their roles to play as a piece in the larger puzzle. The one who scolds and the one who comforts, the lecturer and the healer, the protector and the rebel. Surrounded by diverse examples and exposed to various opinions, the children slowly choose their own path. It's probably what a family should be. I don't know.
I mean, this is going to backfire because it's going to assume that's what Makina actually needs, but that's not what she wants. She just doesn't know how to relationship.
All right. How could I miss such a simple thing? I'm already a failure as a father. I better give that 700 grand back.
What? Wait, what? How much? Well, that said, it's not like I can really become her mother. Wouldn't really be much more than a make-believe game.
A game, huh?
I love games. Then again, at our age, it can be easier to get serious about a game than the real thing. Know what I mean?
No, why don't you show me? Yeah. My master said something similar when she adopted me. It's not like I can ever be a real family to you, but sometimes fake families can go closer than genuine article. Precisely because they're pretending. Like in the military, where the CO's the father, the XO's your mother, and your squad leader is the big brother. Sometimes the trust and unity among such groups can be stronger than a true family.
Yeah, go ahead and call your XO mom and see how that works out for you.
I suppose that makes me the co of this fledgling division, bearing total responsibility, burdened with the authority to send his pseudo-children to their deaths for the cause. A man who, if driven by necessity, may be left with no choice but to issue just such an order. It seems I was still viewing this responsibility too lightly.
Well, try not to go overboard. It's all well and good to take things seriously, but make sure you don't confuse your actual responsibility with your sense of responsibility.
Responsibility and my sense of responsibility?
That's what I said, bunny bread.
What the? I feel like I've heard that line before somewhere.
Yeah, I just said it earlier. Something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
In any case, for the moment, I think you should be a little less worried about Makina's future and a little more worried about yourself.
Sorry, what is that supposed to mean?
We've been in here for 4 hours and school's started.
Oh!
I'm a very understanding woman, as you know, but I can't say how the other girls are going to take this.
The other girls?
What other girls?
What, our classmates? Is me becoming Makina's father going to cause some sort of problem with
I
them?
always forget how dense he is. Did you seriously think otherwise? How many fucking text messages did you get in the last few days?
Right.
You may be weirdly talented at handling women, but you're criminally oblivious when it comes to this sort of thing. Just shelling them out now, aren't you?
Certain incident comes to mind from back in the days when I was still a genuine brat, thoroughly unversed in the ways of women. One morning, JB was clearly feeling poorly. Considerate young man that I was, I proceeded to badger her throughout breakfast about the nature of her distress, ultimately leading to an enraged bellow of, "What do you think?"
Oh, yeah.
and a thoroughly unpleasant day for the both of us. Amine, my friend.
Mickey, my friend.
Are you referring to some variety of menstrual difficulties?
Ugh, that's always the best thing to ask a woman.
Perhaps your poop?
Oh, right. He is, like, weirdly obsessed with, like, shit and menstruation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Are you for real?
Well,
You hear, like, live studio audience. Oh, shit, she forgot to turn off the tape.
well, expecting a man such as myself to divine the subtle workings of the female mind is the height of folly. But in any case, Amine's suggestion that I have something to worry about just doesn't feel convincing. Ever since I was a child, people have been telling me that I think too much.
Since I was a young warthog.
But even I can't see any need to waste my time pondering this. And so, I decided to become Makina's father.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm fucking leaving the school. Dropping my hand onto Makina's head with a thump, I draw my frank, casual announcement to a close. In that instant, the very air of the classroom seems to freeze solid.
Oh, my scales.
They're remaining firmly on my eyes, so I don't have to see this. Spaghetti Monster's expression is so befuddled.
That's gonna be so hard to do in her route.
It seems clear that her mind hasn't fully processed the meaning of my words. Michiru's wide open eyes are full of unspoken questions regarding my sanity. The brush in Sachi's hand, running through Michiru's hair only a moment ago, has come to an abrupt halt. Her mouth lies slightly ajar, as if stuck halfway through a question. Although all three have distinctly different reactions, they share one common feature. A long moment of silence.
And boredom, apparently.
Yeah. It lasts perhaps 10 seconds before
too.
Michiru finally manages to speak.
Excuse me? What the heck are you saying?
I don't know. Didn't you hear? All right, I'll repeat myself one more time. So she was choking on the lollipop.
Wait. Slow down. Is that a euphemism?
Withdrawing my hand from Makina's fuzzy head, I clasp my arms behind my back and breathe in a hearty lungful of air.
Since the dawn of time. No. I heard just fine. It's just, I don't really get what you mean.
I meant exactly what I said.
That's not really helping. Like, what?
Allow me to summarize. Kazumi Yuji is now Irisu Makina's man. So the rest of you bums better keep your stinking paws off of him from now on.
Wait, that's not what we agreed on.
You didn't read the fine print. What fine? It's on the check.
Oh, God.
Looks at the back. For deposit only. And also must become my man.
That's an innuendo.
And so arrives the second moment of utter silence. Of course, I've actually become Makina's father, and the term man strikes me as a fairly inexact analog in this context. But then again, it's not like this is the first time Makina's displayed a lack of linguistic competence.
I know what I said.
Hardly worth correcting every little slip of that stubby little tongue.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't make sense to clarify or anything.
No, this is all going swimmingly.
Yeah, nah, it won't cause any kind of miscommunication or weird,
Yeah,
jealous.
weird dynamics.
Yeah.
After all, these girls have known Makina longer than me, so I'm sure they can grasp her actual meaning without any need for my interpretation.
Yeah, these girls always know everything about each other so perfectly.
Ah, so that's how it is. Most likely, words along these lines will bring this discussion to an end, and we'll shift on to some other trivial topic, like always, like we used to in the last 50 episodes.
I kind of miss Michiru, honestly.
Yeah.
Just doing that voice.
But my expectations prove somewhat off the mark in a simultaneous movement that always seems choreographed. Susan Sarandon, Michiru, and Sachi turn their heads to stare at Amine, currently standing by with her arms folded and a wry smile on her face.
It's like, is it got a Star Wars scroll for us or anything? Why look at me? Well, I mean, come on.
The man just declared he's going to become her father. I mean, the legal formalities alone.
Plus, everybody knows that fathers are like the worst pieces of shit in the world. Did you want to talk about it? No. I don't think it's quite that official. More like an extended game of make-believe or something. Like, I'll be your mommy Makina or whatever, like less sexy. I can't help it.
Sorry, I say it a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Playing house, almost. Oh, can I be the dog? Oh, is that the nature of the situation? Yeah, I understand. But I must say, daddy role-playing strikes me as a rather extreme choice.
Huh? I'm pretty dang serious about this, and Papa said he'd protect me even if the whole world turned against me, you know? Yeah, that I did. Yeah, and you meant it, right?
Sure.
Of course. Makina's gazing up at me, clear anxiety in her eyes. I drop my hands on her shoulders and nod firmly. Yes, yes. There's no problem. I'm going to take care of you from now on. Back in the old days, when I asked my master a similar question, she gave me an answer along these lines. Drop me in the worst hellhole on earth with nothing but a rusty knife, and I'll still come back alive. I'm an ultra-high-powered piece of national defense equipment with the nerve and skill to single-handedly annihilate 1,000 terrorists. And armed guerrillas.
Yeah.
And I'll use everything I have to raise you into a full-blown adult. You don't need to worry about a thing.
Don't you worry about a thing.
But even so, I don't want her to experience the hardships I've known. Is this what they call parental love?
No.
Yeah! Thanks, Papa. Squeezy! Shrieking out her own sound effect like a complete airhead, Makina wraps her arms around my waist and hugs me tightly.
No, baby sloth. Okay then. I'll be Makina's mom. Squeeze!
At this point, for some reason, Amine decides to squeezy a hold of my left arm and smother it between her oversized mammaries.
And I just want a hug. Squeezy! Oh, I see at last. In that case, I shall become Maki-chan's servant. Squeezy!
This is going as well as possibly could have been.
We unlocked the harem route!
Yeah. Seizing the moment, Sachi firmly grasps my right arm and likewise squeezes it against her chest. Hey now, aren't you going to join? A number of inquiries and complaints regarding this development run through my mind, but I'm discreet enough to keep them to myself. Carefully maintaining her vice-like grasp, Sachi meets my exasperated gaze with upturned eyes and as clear as and expressionless as glass beads.
Yes.
It stares back at me with the cold pupils of a woman who isn't prepared to take no for an answer. Her voice may be calm, but I've learned from experience that Sachi's astonishingly stubborn when she gets that look in her eyes. Pointing out that Makina's servant should probably be clinging to Makina probably won't get me out of this.
Having a maid around the house is extremely convenient, you know. In particular, I'm exceptionally handy at opening stubborn bags of potato chips and up people's doors. You'll save yourself a lot of stress. Every family needs one. Did you write this?
Yes. If you say so. I just want to get a maid.
Yeah. It's like that's word for word what you said to me when you handed me that outfit.
Rather than keeping a maid around for that, I think it'd be wiser to buy a pair of scissors at the 100-yen shop. But I can already see the conversation devolving into a debate on the merits of conspicuous consumption.
You could buy like 700,000 of those.
Right? We could have 700,000 scissors.
It's the name of my favorite lesbian porn.
How ridiculous.
I could have just said Yuri, but I was like, well, people might not know. And then I realized what we're playing and who our fan base is. They would know. Huh? Aren't you going to play house with us, Subaru-san?
Ignoring Amine's teasing voice, too many already.
Seven Samurai.
Stalks imperiously back to her seat, like a samurai would, where she begins retrieving and arranging her textbooks. Of course, SpaghettiOs never was the type to roll along with this sort of light-hearted farce, and she's far too proud to initiate an attempt at compromise.
And what about you, Michiru-sama?
Caught off guard by the sudden question, Michiru emits an undignified little grunt.
What do you expect me to do? More importantly, when is Casanova here gonna stop drooling over his little harem?
Do I really look like I'm sorry. Do I really look like I'm enjoying this to you?
How tight are your pants right now?
I didn't ask these three to amuse themselves by making a toy out of me. Quite the opposite, actually. My imprisonment in this mass of flesh is quickly getting into sweltering territory.
We better take our clothes off.
But just as I'm about to point out that the break's going to end soon, Sachi's grip on my arm grows even stronger.
You still don't understand me, True-sama? What are you talking about? The time has come. The moment to unleash your dare. Air? My butt?
My derriere? At Sachi's forceful declaration, Michiru's body quivers as though struck by lightning. Grasping her own upper arms to keep herself from shaking, she averts her eyes in shock.
It's not like I want to. The power! She starts like floating and glowing. but why are you hesitating? Come, let us walk the road of dare together. Dare, sorry.
Her face utterly earnest, Sachi nods gravely to herself and then glances around the area thoughtfully.
We don't have a dog, do we? Dog? Indeed, a happy family can't do without a pet dog. Keeping an animal is the unmistakable symbol of a comfortably situated household. Through raising their pet, the children learn empathy and compassion for the weak. And as those children reach adolescence, their beloved companion provides one final somber lesson. All that lives must, in its time, die. So we're gonna kill you. Fortuitously enough, Maki-chan once stated her desire for a white dog. I believe your services are now called for in precisely that role, because you're the whitest bitch I know.
Uh-oh, she has rabies.
So you're telling me I should pretend to be a dog? You're asking me to become a family pet and cuddle up to Yuji?
Let me think about this.
Okay. Maybe no.
No, I like the snuggles though.
Can you scratch behind my ear?
As Michiru tentatively summarizes the nature of her situation, Sachi nods a silent affirmation.
Michiru has changed jobs from tsundere to puppy girl. I'm exceptionally.
Do you what now?
I'm words. I'm exceptionally gratified to see that you've grasped the matter so quickly, Michiru-sama. Come now, bark for me. Oh my god, I just came. A wolf will do nicely. Then you may proceed to yip and yap adorably, all the while clinging tightly to Kazumi-san's legs. I'm gonna need to, after this episode comes out, I'm gonna have to, screenshot that last line.
Yeah?
I've got a few people I could share that to that would get a kick out of it.
A wolf will do nicely?
Guh. Not guh, wolf. There's no time spared for such bashful hesitation. The time has come to put your mettle to the test. Show me your strength. Show us the determination of one who has voluntarily cast aside the very concept of retreat, the indomitable will of the tsundere. Come. Well, you got the fang at least.
I don't know what to do here. I don't want to give away my tsundere secrets to Amane. Beads of greasy sweat rolling down her forehead, Michiru emits a pitifully hoarse groan.
So, a tsundere is like a furry? You sure are driving her into a corner, Sachan. Just look at that face, all tsundere-like. You can practically see all those contradictory principles swirling around inside her head. Poor girl looks like about ready to vomit.
That's the candies.
What?
Well, there's the bell. All right, you lot, we've got class.
What did we have next again? Huh? What? Next up's everyone's favorite, classical literature. Let's all do our best not to doze off. Oh goodness, Maki-chan fell asleep. I did think she was awfully quiet down there. Shall I wake her up?
Yeah, if you would. That's not something my dad does.
Of course. Please leave it to me. It may come as something of a surprise, but I'm well known for my natural ability to rouse children from even the deepest slumber. Hey, wake the fuck up!
So she pulls out a pan and smashes a spatula into it. Not sure if that's the best talent for a maid to have.
Maki-chan, wake up. Class is starting.
No, food time?
We just had breakfast a little while ago, remember?
No, I
made sandwiches and doing...
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to eat any.
It's like watching an old man in the grips of dementia being gently chided by his long-suffering daughter-in-law. You know that movie.
Yeah.
With some effort, Sachi succeeds in peeling Makina off me, sliding both arms under the limp little creature's armpits. She begins to drag her off like a medic pulling a wounded grunt to cover.
Wait a second, Sachi! Yes? What can I do for you? Don't give me that! Come on! What are you gonna do? Wait, what are you gonna do about this? I'm sorry, what exactly are you referring to? And more importantly, what do you want me to do about it?
That mouth works perfectly for the dog.
Good. Good isn't clear enough. Please concretely specify what sort of compensation you desire in regards to what? Wait. Well? It seems you are unable to coherently express the nature of your irritation. I quite understand. Such is the very essence of today's wayward youth. But there's no need to fret. At times like these, one need only torment the weak. If you find yourself at a loss for a suitable receptacle in which to lodge your clenched fist, I will gladly volunteer my cheeks. Will that suffice to dispel your existential rage for another day? Then by all means strike me. I'll only come a little. Ribbons coming out of my eyes! Michiru-sama, where are you going? Class will be starting any moment.
I'm going to class. Why don't we let her be for the moment? I'm not sure I entirely understand. The girl seems to have been hurt somehow.
It is a difficult age, isn't it?
Are we not, like, all around the same size?
Yeah, but
I mean,
we're
same
playing
age, I mean.
pretend.
Shaking her head in sorrowful disappointment, Sachi proceeds to drag Makina off.
So now she's got two people and that dog in her?
Yes. Things took a rabid turn for the manic, so I'm not entirely confident we've reached a common understanding. But for the time being, I've relayed the news of my new position as Makina's father to our classmates, so my duty is done. Duty. That said, it's too early to rest. There's something else I need to file a report with. Someone else. Honestly speaking, this one probably should have come first.
Is it Jables or the principal?
It's probably the principal. Oh, no?
Sorry,
Jables.
I don't understand what you're telling me in the slightest.
Why does everyone react the same way to this news?
Everyone sounds kind of like Luigi.
Yes.
Maybe it's because your news is completely and utterly absurd. Ever think of that?
As soon as lunchtime rolled around, I headed up to the rooftop, cell phone in hand. I'm currently enjoying a pleasant conversation with shaggy-headed Julia.
Zoinks, yo.
That is Harudera Yuria, also known as Jables.
Yeah, totally. Look at all those J's.
Mm-hmm. In the old days, senior officers in the Navy were apparently required to receive permission from the Bureau of Personnel before entering into marriage. Given their access to various secrets, even their partners were subject to scrutiny.
Oh my god, you got a bop?
As a dog picked up by Akasaka and kept in the custody of Ichigaya, my situation is very similar. Making intimate friends requires approval from above. It might sound a bit ridiculous, but given that incident 3 years ago, where the agent's foreign wife supposedly helped leak info from inside Ichigaya, it's hard to laugh off as mere paranoia. Had that blunder occurred in America, death sentences for treason wouldn't have been out of the question. Even in Japan, the so-called spy heaven, they've gotten so much more cautious about potential honey traps since then.
So, what are you saying? You want to adopt...
Wait, that's... what the hell?
Yeah.
What are you saying? You want to adopt Irisu Makina as your foster daughter?
Not exactly. I just promised her I'd become her father. That's all.
It's hard for me not to, like, fall into my principal...
Yeah. Oh no, what the heck?
Yeah, going from this to this.
It's like the exact same.
What the heck? So it's just a verbal agreement then?
Well, yes, but I figured I should report it now to avoid potential headaches later.
It's not like you're marrying the girl. I'm not going to waste my time complaining about every silly little idea you get in your head. Or so I'd like to say. But since you're talking about Irisu Makina here, I suppose it's not quite that easy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Wasn't exactly a riddle. We're talking about the Irisu here, a long-standing political clan, deeply influential in domestic and international affairs, to say nothing of their financial clout, and she's the eldest daughter of the head family.
How old is she?
Normally, there'd be serious misgivings over allowing you to even attend the same school. But you're currently on the reserve, and for all intents and purposes, Irisu Makina has been disowned by the head family. Also, it's not like they're completely unconnected to our organization, so...
Really? What kind of relationship do we have?
What was it again? Hold on a second. Google. Oh my god, AI has ruined everything.
I can hear the muffled sound of Jib tapping away at her keyboard on the other end of the call.
Irasu Makina's father, Irasu Masataga, seems to have been an accountant in the Ministry of Defense's administrative department, although he died in an accident of some sort a few years ago.
An accidental death.
On paper, at least. Seems more like he was murdered after getting mixed up in something, but, whoa, what's this now?
What's wrong?
There's dark, rough hunks in my area. Oh, this looks a little more messy than I thought. Oh, so that's the sort of accidental death we're talking about here. Fell down an elevator shaft.
It's ryebread.com. What are you talking about? Mind giving a coherent explanation?
Know how you'd pass away if in an accident if you ever turned against your country? This is a similar case. In other words, it was decided that Mr. Irasu Masataga's continued existence posed a disadvantage to the national interest.
Were we the ones who disposed of him?
No, doesn't look that way.
I see. If Makina's father had been dealt with by my colleagues, I'm not sure how I would have been able to face the girl. Hey, Jib, mind putting all the material you've got on this together and sending it over to me?
Not happening. This is still restricted information that I'm just telling you over the phone. Even verbally communicating it like this is technically a breach of duty. I love that game.
I understand, then just keep telling me stuff. I understand I'm asking the unreasonable, but is there any way we can bend the rules on this one?
Come on, what are you going to do with this anyway?
I'll decide once I have it. Can't you help me out, Jib?
I'm gonna come up with some weird convoluted thing that seems like the worst thing to do, but it's gonna magically work to fix this girl.
That's my jam.
That is your jam.
Please, Julia.
Jeez. Fine, I'll give you what you want, but there's a limit of what I can provide, so kindly moderate your expectations.
I can't resist when you call me Julia.
Julia.
Understood. I'm in your debt. What do you need? 70 million yen?
Oh shit, I accidentally hung up on her.
Oops. Phew, I almost gave away all my money. I'd more or less figured out that Makina came from a wealthy family. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was aware that her father passed away some time ago. But I certainly didn't expect her to be part of a clan so deeply involved with national affairs, much less one connected to us.
Bum, bum.
However,
The
indirectly.
janitor commission.
On top of it all, Makina's the eldest daughter of the head family, but somehow ended up being cast out? The information's far too fragmentary for me to even speculate, but there must have been some complex circumstances involved. Holy shit!
Boop boop.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh. Nah, there you are, Papa. Jeez, I was looking all over for you. What are you doing up here? This week so we could eat our lunches together. Oh, sorry. Even as I'm sliding the cell phone back into my shirt pocket, I drop my other hand into my indignant young friend's head. Onto, not into. I was just doing a little thinking.
My soft spot never closed.
You something on your mind? No, nothing serious. No, are you worrying about this stuff with me? I said it's nothing. You're sensitive about the weirdest things sometimes, Makina. I proceed to muss the girl's hair around vigorously. Yeah, my bows! No. Not that it's anything as dramatic as you seem to think, but I'll admit to worrying about our new arrangement. I told you I'd become your father, but I don't think I have the first clue what that specifically involves.
Some kissing, I guess?
Pretty pathetic, right? I've been thinking about it constantly. Yeah, don't worry. It's not like I want you to go out of your way to do anything special. But can you promise me just one thing? What's that?
Don't do that thing with your tongue again. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
He's like in his head like, oh, what thing? What fucking thing did I do? Oh god,
Right.
I do so many different things.
Don't die.
No promises.
No can-do'sville. Everyone who
Baby doll.
lives eventually dies. Well, yeah, I guess. But okay then. Yeah, how about you kill me first?
This is like the argument me and Andrea have all the time. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't feel good. I'm dying. And she's like, you're not allowed.
Right. You gotta kill me first.
Yeah, well, yeah. She refuses to accept that I am going to die long before her.
Sorry, I don't follow the logic here. Well, I don't want to see you die, no matter what. I see. She doesn't want to see her father die. I mean, I guess that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
All the more understandable in Makina's case, given the loss of her actual father at a young age. It's natural for a child to be dependent on her parents, and this death was abrupt, apparently violent. Unlike Sachi's. I'm sure everything's fine there.
Yeah, nah, it's whatever.
Although the circumstances were different. I lost my entire family early on, so I can imagine what it must have been like. The impact of losing your immediate family takes time to sink in. Immediately after the loss, you don't feel sorrow as much as numbness. As the days roll past, you'll slowly come to realize that you're alone, and that you'll never see them again. When you're finally able to process the fact that you're on your own from now on, emotions hit you like a truck. Anxiety's so strong it's more like terror. Despair cold enough to leave you shivering. Sorrow that turns your legs to jelly. Yeah, you want a kiss or something?
Okay.
Yeah, don't get any funny ideas about dying for me and whatnot. You got that? That's the last thing I need. Duly noted. Yay! More importantly, now I'm freaking hungry. Let's chow down to I don't know, hash browns. I brought a box lunch. See? Check it.
That's just a pizza Lunchable. And
Exactly.
It's open. It's just an open sauce packet.
I only like the yellow cheese. Oh. Indeed, there's a stylish little lunch basket dangling from Makina's stubby fist.
Nuh-uh.
What, did you make this?
No, it's a basket. You can buy it at a store.
Yeah, well, I stole it. So it's, yeah, Amane's work then. Yeah, well, I'm the one who made the sandwiches, you know. But the fries and coleslaw and stuff was Wendy's. Amani, yeah. Makina flips open the lid of her basket to demonstrate. I meant KFC. They're the ones that have coleslaw.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know who has coleslaw. Steak and Shake, maybe?
One half is packed with sandwiches of some kind. And next to them are a variety of side dishes. Fish fritters and french fries. That's a lot of F's. Carrots and cabbage. Finely sliced ham. And spirochetti-shaped macaroni.
Yeah,
garnished with coleslaw.
Spirochette?
Spirochetti? Probably spirochetti.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coleslaw. What can I say? No matter what Amine makes, she does a thorough job. Yeah, well, for what it's worth, I'm learning a little cooking from Amine myself. Hold up, let me cook. Herm. By the way, Makina, tell me something. Yes, sir. What's this hemispherical yellow sandwich supposed to be? It's a melon bun sandwich, you know. Chopped a melon bun in half, and then sandwiched a lot of fresh, fluffy whipped cream and goopy melon jam inside.
What is this, like 5-minute crafts?
It almost feels like you're eating dessert for the main course. I guarantee a satisfied stomach. I think this thing is pretty much the definition of a dessert, actually. Do we not have any conventional sandwiches? Oh, we had normal ones for breakfast, remember? So for lunch, opted for the sweet approach. I see. So what? We're going to be eating this sugary abomination as the main course while munching on fish fritters and coleslaw? What kind of taste combination is that going to be?
Why wouldn't you just eat the fish fritters with the coleslaw and then have the dessert sandwich?
Right?
What's wrong with fish fritters as a main course?
Yeah. I'm usually pretty indifferent to such culinary concerns. Why are we... What's with all the alliteration?
I don't know. It's just he's into it on this one for some reason.
This is still making me a little dubious. Well, it's all the same once you got it in your stomach.
Are you sure? You seem a little dubious.
Slightly. Oh, maybe you would have preferred something a little less sugary, Papa? You want me to go get you a Bud Light? Well, it's not like I dislike sweets things on principle, but...
Oh, thank God.
Okay then. Tomorrow, I'll stuff yakisoba inside melon buns and bring forth the yakisoba melon bun. Don't go stuffing random things in there.
I'll never say that to you.
I feel sorry for the melon buns. Muh? Hold on a sec. What about sandwiching melon buns inside melon buns for a double melon bun? Herm. That's quite the unconventional combination. It's like a turducken. Unbelievable! The idea is too friggin' awesome, you mean? The birth of an infant terrible approaches.
It's a fucking turkey.
Yeah, turkey key. Her very breath a wind of reform, blowing through the stagnant world of melon bun artistry. I'm terrified by my own talent. I see. Sounds as though a new day will soon be dawning on the melon bun industry. Now you've got it!
The CEO of this melon bun corporation wakes up in a cold sweat. Oh my god, I just had the worst dream.
They're coming for us.
I felt the disturbance of the melon bun force.
Laughing wryly despite myself, I give Makina's head another 2 firm pats for good measure. Have to say, this head is in perfect position to thump. The thought naturally brings a smile to my face, and that startles me a little. Ah!
Oh,
Sorry. I'm aware that I've been getting a little careless since I've come to this school. Sometimes I let my guard down without even noticing it. But then again, I suppose that's probably a more normal mode of existence than the alternative. No? What's wrong? Sorry, it's nothing. I'm hungry. Let's eat.
I was just thinking about the fact that you're the perfect height. I was thinking the same thing. No, not that. Not that.
Yeah! Da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, I ate lunch alone with Makina. It's only 10 minutes later, and I discovered this decision was somewhat thoughtless.
Continue?
Sure.
Okay, I checked this all the time.
It's at the end. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
I guess that's kind of an end. It's not really the end of this scene, but it kind of is.
Yeah, I was waiting for like an end of a scene to say something, but I was like, well, there could be like a whole, because now that last line was like a lead into something crazy's gonna happen.
It might still be a small little thing here, but at least it's something.
We're off the roof.
Oh,
We did it! We started the new route.
we did. And
Yay!
It's gonna be as weird as we expect it to be.
We did it. Seed of the world tree.
Right.
I don't know what the hell that means, but is it a melon tree? Those don't grow in trees. I don't think.
I don't think so.
No, they grow on the ground.
Oh, wait. A melon tree?
Melons.
There are melon trees, aren't there?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know.
There's coconuts. I'm pretty sure melons grow in the ground, though.
Are they a vine?
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, watermelon.
Yeah, that's a vine.
Papaya is technically a melon, I guess.
I heard it through the
And
watermelon vine.
And they come from a melon tree?
Melon tree. Papaya.
Yeah. Or pineapple. Does pineapple come from a tree? No, pineapple comes from the ground too. Okay, it doesn't matter. Why are we talking about this? We
I don't
should be
know.
leaving.
I started to look up melons.
I'm sure that link wasn't blue either. Okay, I've had to pee for like half an hour, so I'm gonna go. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Game over.